Welcome back to the LCS. Like we mentioned before, we're back for our next round of playoffs next Friday and Saturday, one day earlier than you all would normally be used to for a 2-day weekend. But a good weekend it should be. We'll get C9 versus FlyQuest in the upper bracket, and then 100 Thieves versus the winner of this series in the lower bracket. Now the thing is, the winner of this series could very, very easily become Team Liquid now that they're up 2-0 after our first couple of matches.
Triple marksman ban.
It's gonna be the perfect Smolder.
All right,
Unless
let's
this
see
Smolder's banned here.
Oh, that will be a problem.
Yeah.
Very hard to first pick a champion when your opponent bans the
To me,
champion.
they're too obviously setting up for it, so I feel like you kind of have to.
But now we can go back to champs like the Jinx and the
Jinx,
Xayah.
Aphelios, Xayah.
Which is also in Dignitas comfort zone, I think. The first pick, Ari.
It seems like a little bit of a takeaway. APA, I think, has been playing pretty well this series. I think he was actually really good in the last game.
With all the premium marksmen out of the champs lane, I actually wouldn't mind seeing Dignitas pick up a top laner in the first phase here. Something like the TFR is a good combination as well, the gold card and the charm. I would like to see Dignitas go for top side early, because I think the second phase blind pick action just isn't it for Ridge. As I think playing the range top laners is just much better for him.
The Rel locked in first for Team Liquid. Again, I always think that Team Liquid looks best with Core JJ on engaged, snappy champions.
Yeah,
so
even when it's not the meta, honestly.
Yeah, it's just, and that's not to say that he's bad at enchanters. I don't think
won his world championship in the Ardent Sensor meta.
Right,
so
yeah.
He can play enchanters.
He's
but
not bad at enchanters. It just feels like he's such a leader. He's such a shot caller. He's such a guy that needs a go button.
Sven looks like he had something to say.
I make it look good.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble. I actually played against Core JJ that Worlds.
Yeah?
He was in my group. And,
You weren't impressed with his enchanter play. I can already infer it.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna
Ben says he should have been the real world champion.
I was gonna say he had ruler, but back then I was playing AD.
Yeah.
If I say he has ruler, that's why he won. Then I'm saying that
You're saying it's 80.
so I was thinking too far there.
Yeah, but he only won because his 80 carry was way better than I am.
wait, hold up.
1 second.
You're getting your timelines mixed up here.
Yeah, my bad. It's Saracon for Dignitas. I like that.
Yeah, Xayah Rakan, nicely done. So they've got some of that hyper carry potential. Again, shout out to Tomo for the pentakill last time we saw him on this champion. But Team Liquid, the accusations against APA have first and foremost always been he only plays Ziggs. So then the question remains, do you let him have Ziggs? And this game, Dignitas will let him have the Ziggs. The Cassante also locked in for impact there in the top lane.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Cassante here on the third pick. I feel like, you know, forcing Rich into blind picking is much better than making him, you know, comfortable in this champs like.
Yeah, I always feel like when you go red side and you blind pick, you know, you're like, you blind pick your solo laner, like when you don't have to, it always feels like a little bit bad. But also to be fair, Impact is not the guy that gets the most out of it, right?
Yeah, that
so
is
it's
true.
like you could be flexing Darrell to jungle, and then if Core counter picks support on 5 to get like a better lane matchup, well, like, support's already shown, so there's not actually even
It's
any point in that.
definitely important to notice that Darrell is a flex pick, and therefore Teal can pick a full blind duo in the 4-5 together, which is it's good, right? It's more about not giving Rich counter pick than giving, you know, Impact counter pick.
Yeah.
Because Rich is the kind of guy who likes to play the Nard,
does play Space.
the Quinn, like these kind of champs. So,
Do you guys think with Dignitas's back against the wall here, you're on your elimination game, that if Rich wants to, you just let him play like a Garen or something that's the solo queue hard counter to Cassante?
yeah, I mean, we've seen the Ilaoi before, we've seen the Nard, Quinn, TF, like he has a lot of fun.
Is that you? Who's Sven?
Doubles, man. We got this guy.
Side. Let's do it side by side later. The Caitlyn. Kate Lux has been a common counter pick to Saracon for many years. It is not Teal's style, I want to say.
We almost got the Penta AD ban.
That's more like
Tom
it.
Kench snuck in.
Lots of different options here.
I always kind of feel like past the first couple like primo AD carries, the bans become so irrelevant. There's just so many that kind of slot in and do the same thing.
Yeah, once you're past the Premier 4, the Kilstavars and the Smolder, you're in territory where like,
It's like
play whatever you want.
You have Xayah, you have Aphelios, you have Zeri, you have Jinx, you have whatever.
Yeah, at this point, the lane phase
thing.
isn't that important. Just pick for your comfort, pick for comp.
Ooh, Nocturne. Now, do they get another dive buddy here from top lane? Would like if they had another flanker, something that could actually, if you could think of something that could
Kennen,
win lane,
perhaps?
yeah. Kennen would win early,
Not
but not
Renekton.
late.
We often see Kennen pair with Nocturne because he turns lamps off and then Kennen finds a good flank.
Yeah, just Nocturne plus a
But the
flanker,
matchup
basically.
isn't so good, I think. Aatrox is the standard kind of pick. I don't love it. No, no, not that one. Not that one either. No.
Nope. Looks like we're getting that one.
I think that's a mistake.
Yeah?
I think Dig should have tried to pick something with more, you know, dive, like you said, the sales. Something that fits the Nocturne, the Rakan, the RA. This feels like a mismatch. It is good against the Zeri, good against the Rail. I will say that. That is for sure.
But it's more of a peeling disengage champ.
Yeah, it doesn't fit the comp they're building at all.
Yeah, it feels kind of somewhat disjointed because you have Xayah, who generally has to kind of like somewhat peel back. You have Poppy who kind of wants to peel back, and then you have Ahri and Nocturne and Rakan that kind of all want to go in, and you kind of almost end up with like this split team comp.
Yeah. And Code J Hurst talking shit about his enchanters. Here he is.
Wait, us? I was saying game is good. Shit. Yeah, there you go.
Actually, I wasn't, but I wanted to.
You wanted to. Well, you made it very clear that you wanted to, which equates to the same thing.
Well, the Zeri Lulu Classic is back alive. No matter how many times you try and kill Zeri Lulu, they will always find the way back into competitive play. Which draft you guys like better here? Obviously, the Poppy didn't end up being what either of you wanted to see.
Yeah. I will say Teal this is the classic comp. The double tank, control mage, hyper carry. This is Teal classic 45-minute type of game.
I don't know. I actually feel like I like Dignitas' comp more.
Yeah. Don't disagree.
I just feel like when you play these two-threat comps, so many times, and when you play a two-threat comp against a team that has really good like go buttons, and you insta-kill one of them at the start of the fight, it falls apart so fast, right? So it's like when you look over at what Dignitas have, do they have enough to kill Ziggs or you know, Yon to start the fight? I think they probably do. If you kill one of them, all of a sudden there's no damage really left in the comp, and you can kind of slowly grind out the fight. So, you know, if it's nameplates off, I feel like I'm betting on the team on the left. But, you know, Dignitas obviously I don't think has been playing as well this series, so.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone else just can play Zeri and Ziggs, you know, so I agree with you there. And Poppy, it's not like a dive champ, but the champ does do damage. It does find Yon or APA in one of these fights, slam into the wall, and then use the Q, does a lot of damage. So if they can find the angles, they can cut off the escapes of the Ziggs in the series, so not too terrible.
Especially if he wants to kind of cook. Like there's some people do like Sundered Sky and some more aggressive stuff. Like you can do like Sundered Sky, Iceborne, and all that kind of stuff.
Chad Poppy.
Yeah, you can do some really aggressive Poppy builds. And if you do those kind of builds, Poppy actually does a ton of damage. And you don't have to use the ulti for disengage. You can just pop people up.
Umti here was looking for some sort of like a gank. It seems like he jumped over the wall.
All right.
Gonna amount to much.
Both sides getting a little bit of help. Nobody really wants to keep slugging it out after that.
Rich just have the corruption potion here in top lane, so might be a little more aggressive than usual. These days, Thorns items are just so overpowered. Yeah, you don't see many of those anymore.
Corrupting Pot is pretty normal, I think, on Poppy though, unless it's a bad matchup. Yeah, because the mana costs are actually really high, and it's pretty easy to just be kind of harassing with grass procs. You pop the Corrupting Potion, your grass is up, you throw the buckler, you get a little bit of poke, and you just use that to kind of keep your mana high. If you're in a bad matchup, you sometimes will still have to go, de-shield or whatever. But since it's K'Sante, it's kind of like, who cares?
Yeah, it really is like that. Yeah.
Rich just checking out the tri-brush there, making sure there was nothing going on. But APA back on the Ziggs, back on the trademark pick in this game. He did get to play as Aurelion Sol, which is another one of the ones that he's known for back in game number 1. Obviously, that ended up working out for them. Isles and Tomo, these guys are going to need to stay more in control of the bottom lane than they were in game number 2, I feel like. Just things went so bad so early in the side lanes for Dignitas. It made the whole situation just so tough to play from.
Yeah, in this bot matchup, if you use Arcane W and you don't kill someone with it, you will lose push immediately afterwards. So I think you gotta have a really good engage with it if you want to start W. Otherwise, Curious is better, because now you're in this situation where you can't walk up anymore, because the cooldown is so long, right?
Yeah, there's no threat at all anymore. It does get a little bit awkward.
16 seconds.
Rakan, people really underestimate how much healing the Q gets done. It's one of those lanes where it's like, if you're letting this guy hit Qs, it's almost like Soraka, where it's like, it's just Soraka Q, you know? It's like, you have to dodge those. XU going for an early gank here. This I do not mind at all, but they need level 2.
Yeah, Isles and Tomo still just need a little bit more. Let's see it. XU shows up. Dustbringer doesn't hit. Yeah, Yon and Core are just gonna come out on top.
There's just no way. I mean, he went way too early. He wasn't spotted based on the way that Teal was moving. I feel like that should have been obvious, but they needed to. He needed to be a little bit more patient. Maybe he felt the pressure because he did 3 camp bot, but it's like, you still spent the time doing this.
Yeah.
Umti cleared an additional camp. End is going to be down here. And with them level 1, like, how is that going to work out?
Now, Dignitas might actually get dove here on this wave.
That is like an absolute disaster
moment. There's no cleanse on Tomo. He might just get queued by a jumped on.
Isles, at least getting a heal from that. 400 HP on the Rakan. Umti's going to lead the charge. Shattering strike into the crash down. First blood for Umti and tragedy for Dignitas in these first 3 minutes of bottom lane.
That is such a backbreaker when you're already down 2 games, and this is how it starts. You try to 3-camp bot on the Nocturne, and it just was not coming together for him. And then an easy dive for Umti after doing the additional camp. He's going to be able to go scuttle. It's brutal.
Only good thing is that it was Umti who got first blood, and it wasn't Tomo who died.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can get away with the Isles dying early game. It's not going to be the end of the game here, but still a very bad early game for Dignitas once again. Actually looking for another play here. I really think on Nocturne you should just be like going to camps, okay. I really think just farming your own camps in a straight line twice is the way to play on Nocturne. Just full clear base, full clear base, and then
start Raptors and respawn your small camps, right?
If you get a grub, I believe
they're going to try to dive. He's in desperation mode.
Oh god, this doesn't work. It's
yeah,
I want to say remake angle, but
if this doesn't work,
and now
Umti already stole away those Raptors you were talking about.
I can already tell you it's not going to work. He's too healthy. There's no way. And now he realizes this, and now he's just going to try to go over this. And he's going to be pushed off by Core, so this is absolute disaster start here for XU.
Nice by Core J here. You know, Umti scratches his back. He scratches Umti's back afterwards.
Everybody wins.
Yep, everybody wins. And I really think if you just full clear twice, I think if you get one of the grubs in the early game, you get level 6 off of 2 full clears. I think that's how it works these days. I think that will be a much better game plan for XCO than trying to make early ganks happen.
I mean, I will say, I don't hate trying to do something a little bit surprising, right? Yeah. And I actually think that bot lane gank could have worked if they just gotten level 2. Like, if they waited for level 2. I feel like you just do a little drive-by there, you force some summoners, maybe if you're lucky you get a kill, then you base and you just go right back to power farming. But doing that into trying to do an invade and threatening and dive and all this feels like, okay, my first play didn't work out, so now I feel desperate, so now I really need a play to work out. Exactly. And that's where I kind of more have a problem with it, because I do think, you know, mixing in these plays can be smart.
Yeah, I just think even if you get only summoners, it's still a terrible outcome, because you have to base and run to your top side at that point.
Well,
but nonetheless,
but it's interesting, you know, not to belabor the point too much, but it's like he's also doing the base after 3 camps in longsword bite anyway. Yeah, so because he's doing that, I don't think it's actually like that horrible, because that seems to be what a lot of these players are doing now.
Well, XU does at least acquire the grubs, all 3 of them there at the start, which is something, especially against a Rel, who's normally a very effective grub control champion. So still going to be behind the tempo of the game overall, as Yan and Core JJ, their control over this bottom lane is not changing anytime soon. Umti, again, just moving into the enemy jungle, sitting down a little bit of vision. Dove does have level 6, so the gank on the Ahri pretty much guaranteed to just be looking to pop the ulti for the first time, then find another follow-up play later on. We'll see if they can get anything here. No. Dove can just walk to the side, not really any pressure on him there. As XU might be able to make an entry up here, but Impact going in for the solo kill on Rich as the Poppy flashes away. Impact still after him, needs that third in Tofo strike. There's your path maker, there's your playmaker. Impact takes him down.
Kind of picked up, losing 1v1.
Not ideal.
Good look for Dignitas.
Yeah, it's tough. It's kind of just like last game, right? Where they lost both side lanes very, very early on, and now it's going to be incredibly difficult for them. Even used his flash, Ghost is a shorter cooldown, so that feels a lot worse too. And it's going to be Umti just starting up the dragon now. Bot lane has full control. Top lane just died and there's no TPs, so no real way for him to answer. They know that Dove base, he has no TP either. And Syle's going to look for a little bit of trade, but it's going to really amount to nothing. And TL are just going to still continue grinding out these slow incremental advantages.
Yeah, I was going to earlier praise the top lane control from Rich, who had Prio for a lot of the first few minutes of the game. It's what allowed XU to be able to grab those first 3 grubs after things didn't go the way he wanted with his invades and his gank attempts. But then Impact just getting the solo kill, getting the punish on him. You cannot underestimate this guy, man. He became a world champion in 2013, and he's been like a top laner in the region like ever since. The guy's just, he's damn good at League of Legends.
11 years ago.
Insanely consistent.
11 years, 2013. I was still in college.
I was...
You're going to make me feel real old now. Viper wasn't born yet, so...
Yeah, it's crazy thing. And he's always been such a rock for every team he's been in. You know, EG, TL in the past, TL now.
Yep, C9 even.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's won with a lot of different rosters.
Yeah. think there's never been a team where you said impact was the reason this team didn't succeed.
Yeah. No, I mean, even when the teams were doing really poorly, even on FlyQuest, right, where a team was doing really poorly, everyone's like, ah, man, this team's really falling apart. But Impact's doing pretty good.
He's been around the
Yes.
block.
And on a lot of top rosters.
I mean, I will say he's never really been the hard carry on the Fiora or the Jace, but he can play, champs like the Jace and the Bruisers, and he's been really good at the tanks all his career. You know what you're getting with Impact.
Yeah, he can play what the team needs him to play to execute and win the game.
And nowadays, tanks are so overpowered, you can solo kill your opponents with them.
Well, or do we really want to call Cassante a tank here?
Tank, assassin, bruiser.
Yeah, somebody do the pasta. Mods, don't time him out for the pasta. This is an appropriate time for it. Core JJ on his Lulu, just roaming around, trying to be a nuisance. It's a 1,000 gold lead for TL. It's not the end of the world. The second set of grubs are spawning here in about 20 seconds, so we'll see if they can test for those, if they want to try to control them. Top side, River, Vision, there's not a whole lot of it from either team right now.
Yeah, once Rakan gets all 6, it's where Exio and Isles need to start looking for plays. Around the second grubs, perhaps. The mid lane is also an easy target. AP is kind of immobile on the 6. Not that immobile, but he's long range, so they can push mid, they can open up Dove to move side lanes, make plays as a 3-man unit. Their 3v3 is way better than TL's 3v3 because they have no damage on the Lulu, Rel, and 6 and 3v3. So I think Isles should try to play on the mid lane, leave Tomo alone, 1v1. Try to open up Dove.
Alright, Umty's just walking on through. Not too worried about it. Isles looking for a potential engage, but Yon's ready to just go after him. Zeri ulti gets popped. Tomo back underneath the turret. Meanwhile, the 2v2 back up in the river as Umty gets the kill on XU. This is not going Dignitas' way.
And used the ulti as well while dying.
Yeah, he used the ulti at about 5% HP there to go back in. Dies anyway. So now all 3 lanes here winning for TL. Umty going to take this time to start up the grubs. We can see Rich is heading over there to try to stop him, but TL could actually just reinforce.
Rich uses the yeet button to get rid of him now as Yon has to flash back. Isles and Tomo trying to make a move. Enough damage onto Yon to at least force Team Liquid's bottom lane to retreat, but hey, they got the waves shoved up. They're probably fine just taking the back here anyway.
Yeah, he's an award though, so he will get cancelled here.
Yeah, he's going to back it all the way up to actually start his recall. But they need plays now. Dignitas needs something to be kind of that spark to get them back into this.
They got Yon's flash now. Isles did use his own flash and his ulti, but next ultimate, maybe Exu can, use the ultimate to get in, and then he can bring Isles in with the Rakan shield. And can't gank top lane, so it's got to be bottom mid at this point.
Yeah, and Impact's got enough control over the top side now to just make sure that nobody's going to walk up and really mess with Umty here. So those grubs should all go over to the Team Liquid side. Here's another look at the 2v2 mid.
Yeah, we saw the initial scrapping, but as they stack up, I assume Umty just kind of goes in on both of them. Yeah, just flash in, crash down Magnastorm, Ziggs ult hits, and then at that point, that's just a bit of a panic ult. Like, you're already dead, you kind of just have to accept it. And that's one of the really painful things about Nocturne. It's a 2-minute cooldown on your ult.
Yeah.
And you don't build CDR in these more modern Nocturne builds, so it's painful when you use that thing and it doesn't work out.
Yeah, all you have is the Ultimate Hunter, right? He didn't even get a stack on it with his first ultimate, so
over 2 minutes.
Very punishing death for sure. And they just missed their spells. They just used the Nocturne Q with the Ari Charm, and they're like, oh wait, they have no spells now. I'll just go and kill them.
Yeah. This game number 3 really seems rough for Dignitas between the misexecution there in the bottom lane and then also that fight in that 2v2 around mid. XU definitely seems to be rattled from the outcome earlier on in this series, and it's one of the difficulties of having best of 5s versus just, your 1 game a day regular season type of thing. You've got to be able to reset in between the games and be ready for each new challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the winner of this would be playing against 100 Thieves, I do believe it is. And then, potentially you could move on and fight either C9 or FlyQuest. TL, I think, would really love to get in their crack at FlyQuest, given how close that series was.
I agree.
Pretty devastating loss for them in the Game 5. Yon, in particular, looked absolutely heartbroken after that one. And I thought he played an incredible series.
He played really
against
well.
FlyQuest.
I think Yon's Vars and his Kalista
were nuts.
Some of his best matchups. I think those are his champs he's the best at currently, but enough about that. Impact is very far forward. He just doesn't care.
Yeah, Cassante can just stand there and walk right on out of the CC.
Yeah, why not?
No reason not to. Team Liquid grouped up as 5, ready to control this bot side river. They've already got the first Drake. They'll be looking for the second. The grubs tied 3-3. Dove is still over there on the flank. Yon's got the firepower, though. Keep your eyes on the Zeri if this breaks out into a team fight.
It's very hard to imagine Dignitas win this team fight here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be a perfect engage and one shot on one of the carries, right? But like when you're behind, it is very hard to do that.
Yeah, no position, no vision, no TP flank. There's a ward behind. XU.
XU goes in. They immediately try to force Yon back. There's the Poppy ejection as Impact is coming in with the Ghost. Isles is low. Poor JJ flashes to pop him. Yon shoots the zap through the wall, and Impact is still in hot pursuit. Tomo and XU still trying to get the distance, but no, Yon with the execution on the Zeri, man. This guy just crashing him down with the lightning.
I mean, TL is just stomping him, but Dig, poor target selection there. You're going for the Zeri who's against the wall, and a very big wall, so you ult onto him. He just zips right over the thing. He's immediately out of there to safety. It needs to be the Ziggs unless the Zeri's out in the open, but look where he's standing.
Look at Tomo as well. There's no follow-up. Who's gonna kill this guy? If you hit the spells, who kills him? Rich?
Yeah, there's just no way.
He's trying to hammer as well.
Dove as well. Look where Dove is.
Yeah,
He's over the Dragon Wall.
It feels like Dignitas.
The pressure is definitely getting to them.
The pressure's getting to them, and there's not really anyone to pick up, the leadership position here in the team.
Yeah,
it feels like force engages. The pressure's
both your
getting to
carries
them.
aren't even there.
They're back against the wall.
It's another Nocturne ulti now with not even, like you were talking about, a stack of Ultimate Hunter. And you can see the frustration on his face.
Yeah, Spawn looking like he's just kind of chilling. And on the other side, definitely looking stressed. Definitely a tough spot for Dignitas.
At this point, if you're Dignitas, I don't even know what you can do. I think you can go on side lane and hope that APA dies to a Nocturne, but...
Yeah, you have to hope for mistakes from your opponents and then try to capitalize on them if they make them.
The hard thing about tank versus tank is that it's really hard to kill them on side lane.
Yeah.
So that means the team that's winning has only one way to lose, which is APA in this case dying on side lane. So that means Omti will be there the whole game.
Yep.
Got Nitro already. He's gonna hover him at every point.
And APA's been playing a solid series today.
Yeah,
earlier on,
really good.
Like all throughout the games, he hasn't been making any of those errors where he gets caught out sometimes and ends up making that path back into the game, like you guys are talking about for the opponents. And he's been playing the team fights well. Back to his falling stars on the Aurelion, the charms on his Ahri in the last game, and now with these Ziggs ultis, he's playing patient, he's playing safe, and he's just delivering the consistent damage the team needs him to.
Also been doing his best Joey cosplaying and farming really well in both this game and last game, and way ahead of the clock as well in both games, playing a champ that scales really well. So maybe talking in chat is not that good.
Yeah,
he gets inside his own head.
He's got to focus up. Hit the enter key with the hammer.
I thought he was in Jensen's head.
Look what he can do when he doesn't talk.
Yeah, it's crazy. He has like 3,000 more APM that's not being spent on speed on Time Racer. He just turns into Chovy when he's not typing. It's crazy.
And here the Herald, of course, with the 6 is a great combo. It's going to give them at least one tower with that crash. The 6 chest charge, giving you a free tower.
All jokes aside, though, this is I think going to be a bit of a confidence booster for APA, who he got gapped really hard by Jensen. Jensen definitely gave him the smackdown. Obviously, Dove is a different mid laner, but still to be able to have a really good series, I feel like it's fair to say he's up there as one of the top, if not the top performer from TL in this series so far. His ASOL game, he got out to a good start, was really strong. The Ahri game, it felt like he wasn't missing any charms. This game, it's been a quieter game, but he hasn't really done anything wrong. So.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like it's maybe between like him and Core as kind of the best performers. Core has also had a really good series, had some good engages.
Oh yeah.
If Impact had a better first game, I think he would be the front runner.
Yeah.
But the first game
was a bit of a stinker.
Oh no! Rich missed his disengage, and that means Impact's ready to go in for the solo kill. There comes the Ziggs bomb, forcing out the flash from the Poppy. Third and Tofo strike is not going to knock him back. So Impact misses the kill.
He's still going.
But he's still looking. All right, here comes Cassante.
His W's going back up, though.
All right, Rich lives to see another day.
That's just cringe.
Too cringe to death.
Too cringe champ right there. And here comes the... Oh, nice smite.
All right, they'll stop the Herald from getting the second charge. But again, the things we're celebrating for Dignitas are they're not dead. It's still Team Liquid finding more on the map. It's still Team Liquid with control over the lanes. It's still Team Liquid knocking down the mid lane tier 1 turret, the bot lane tier 1 turret, and taking control over the enemy jungle.
Yeah, this is a pretty big gold lead out. You can see Ziggs, most rich player in the game. APA has 7,300 gold. Switch on the other side is actually the Ahri, but he's still about 1,000 gold ahead of that, and he is really getting paid. He took a tower down there, and he has quite a bit of gold in pocket, so it should be almost his second item completed at this point.
When Ahri is your most fed person, and you're looking at 2 tanks and an enchanter,
yeah,
you have a problem. A big problem.
Yeah, Ahri is not going to 100 to 0 them through the Lulu shields and whatnot. It's like XU being that behind is really hurting as well.
These days, Ahri buys like items like Malignance and Lich Bane. They don't kill tanks with those items. No. You go for like the short picks on the carries, and you keep going with the resets. And Tomo's not exactly rich either this game.
So coming up with this Drake about to spawn here in under 45 seconds, both the Rakan and the Rel have flashes ready to go. These are the 2 big engaged champions for either side. Umpty is just completely unafraid. He knows that XU and Isles aren't going to kill him before he gets reinforced by somebody on his team. So they're just trying to establish vision control here in this bot side jungle at Dignitas.
I mean, honestly, when Umpty has core behind him, the only person you maybe start caring a little bit is if Tomo's there, right? Because even Dove, it's not like Dove is going to 100-0 you with a tanky Rel here and a Lulu behind you.
Dignitas needs to think outside the box here. They can't just go 5 mid and hope that someone dies.
And look at APA. APA is just, they don't even have to fight. They do land the charms. It's a little bit of poke, but APA is just going to push up towards that tier 2, and TL have full bot side vision.
They're barely pushing 4 versus 3 here. They haven't even taken vision yet. And APA is just going to come now.
Umpty ready. Magnet Storm with the crash down starts it off, and Yawn's ready to end it fast. APA provides a little bit of extra burst from downtown with a bomb as Tomo wants to use the feathers, but it don't do anything. Umpty goes on a killing spree. 3-0-4 here on the Rel. He waited for his moment. He pulled the trigger, and it's 3 Dignitas bodies hitting the floor.
Huge engage there from Umpty, and TL pretty much close it out with that one. Great engage, catches multiple members. They burst down Isles, shoot him out of the sky. He couldn't even get in there with the engage. Everything going TL's way.
Yeah, Dignitas needs a different plan than face checking the Rel in the bush. It didn't work last game, it didn't work this game, it didn't work the first game either.
I feel like it's, in general, not a super sound strategy.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's Umpty or it's Cordia on the Rel. It's just such a hard...
I guess they just feel like because they have the extra man, they can look to try to push their way in, but they're walking up and he just goes immediately forward.
It's got a bomb.
Yeah.
The poor job of being an entry fragger here for Dove and Isles. I think they just have to try to do something funny, you know, go on side lane. You know, remember my flank at Worlds, DL's flank in that bush for like 2 minutes? That's what we need here. You need to go into a bush, start flank for just go into a bush, sit there for 5 minutes.
It was the right idea, it just didn't get the results.
More about that later, but I'm saying like you need to have some sort of like funny play. You can't just go mid.
Yeah.
Look at them.
You have to go random.
Yeah, they aren't that bad, bro. They're not gonna just die by staring at them, right? So just go in a bush on side lane or in the jungle and sit there for 3 minutes.
Time for some secret agent Rakan. Yeah. You gotta go crazy.
Dignitas needs to follow in the words of the Dignitas prophet, Michael Santana. If you're how are your opponents supposed to know what you're gonna do if even you don't know what you're gonna do? They need to just get out there and start playing some goofy League of Legends.
Yeah, when you're down, you gotta get desperate, you gotta get creative, you gotta find angles that they're not gonna expect. That is absolutely true, but it does feel like TL is not really giving them too many of those openings. They're going to play a pretty bulletproof game here. They know it is fully in their control. They're 1 off of Soul. They're 1 off of winning the series, and they are looking pretty close to doing it. As Impact's even pushing up bot. They have no TP on Rich. He's the one down there, so it's not even like you can go for a play on top side because Impact could always join.
He doesn't even care.
Yeah.
He's pushing. I will say TL is very good at playing this style. They know exactly where Dignitas can strike and where they can't. You know, they have spent the entire game defending APA and Yawn. They know that's the carries.
Here comes a TP. XU tries to jump in alongside Isles. They do a lot of damage to Yawn, but they ain't killed him just yet. The wild growth, the peel from Core JJ, keeping the Zeri alive as Umpty barely walks out through the right, but now Dove, Isles, and Tomo are in trouble. APA delivers the bomb, and Isles has to run away next. Umpty crashes down, and Isles tries to fly back to the safety of Tomo. A zap to the wall won't connect, but Impact's got the ghost, and now he's got Tomo too. Rich, XU, and Isles barely getting away to safety, and Team Liquid, they weather the storm, they survive the attack, and they march over to Baron.
They almost got Yawn, but even then, if they kill Yawn, it still wouldn't change anything, right? They still will get cleaned up by APA and Impact at the end there, so...
Rich and XU seeing if maybe there's some kind of a miracle. XU has no ulti, he has no flash. There's nobody to even get in and try to contest this. I feel like this is just completely futile. Rich doesn't hit anybody with a Poppy ult. Impact's not afraid. He's still got the ult, man. He can still go all out. He might just get first down. Okay, Impact got a little bit too hypey there. Team Liquid will lose their top laner. That won't feel too great not having the Baron there set up for him in the side lane, but hey, it's still going to be a 10-1 game. It's still a 7,500 gold lead. It's still Baron for TL before 23 minutes.
Impact not that broken.
The champion has been nerfed multiple times since his release. Release Cassante, he wins those.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the worst part. But I mean, again, like Dignitas just staring at TL in their face, and it's like so hard to disengage on. Even if they hit him with everything they have, it's like a 4 versus 2 for the most part of the fight.
Yeah, I mean, Jan is just positioning well in this area as well. Like, he's always staying close enough to the wall that he can get over it, and then we're back to live. Jan may be caught.
We're right back in there, but Jan is not worried about it. He's just so far ahead. The Shattering Strike locks down Dove. They try to slam Jan back into the wall there with a Poppy, but they still have no damage. XU wants in. The Nocturne finally gets his mark as APA, Umpty, and Core are still scrapping with the rest of Dignitas. Umpty's low, but now Impact has once again joined the fight. They try to chase him down. Another bouncing bomb goes forward, but it won't find health bars. Rich on the front, trying to just keep these guys away and make room for Tomo's escape. He finds another wall bang, and it's Umpty. Now again, just playing around on the front lines. He knows he's low HP, but he knows they still can't break him. Team Liquid pick up a couple more.
And that was the fight I was talking about, the jungle fight. You know, Dove coming from the flank inside the red buff here, actually catching Jan off guard. And actually coming in from the side as well. Actually worked pretty well for them. I mean, sort of, you know, down AK Gold and then a Baron buff, right? But Dig finally made an actual decent play, and it's not going to matter.
No, I mean, it's too little too late, but you can totally see how the conversation could work out. If you could get, like, imagine if the gold is more close, and you can actually get that first kill on a carry. Look how long it took him to kill anyone with just APA, right? If Ziggs is your only damage, you're doing nothing. It's taking forever, but they're so far ahead that it's so hard to actually take down Jan.
If it's hard to kill Jan, how do you kill Umpty and Impact when they get Ocean Soul in 20 seconds? You do not? Yeah, I think you don't either.
Yeah, that
Impact has the problem. 300 something armor right now.
Yeah, Impact's very strong with Iceborne Gauntlet and Hollow Radiance. It's 206 armor, 95 MR. This guy's scary, man.
How much does the Q cost? What's the cooldown? Can he go over walls? Do you know?
He has almost 4k HP and
is he unstoppable?
2 items. I think he is unstoppable, yeah. Very unstoppable.
What's the CD on the Q?
The whole team's looking unstoppable, man. But XU and the rest of Dig, maybe this is their moment. They go for the eject. They knock Umpty out of the fight. Now Impact once again in a 1v3. Impact once again trying to walk away from it. Pathmaker's already been used. The burst keeps coming, but over the wall with a mega infernal bomb. Impact's still alive, and it's not gonna matter for Dig. Everybody but Dove is dead. A double kill to APA. They get Impact, but at what cost?
It's Cassante, baby. Impact in the middle of the squad, invulnerable.
And that was before the Clouds, I mean the Ocean Soul, by the way. So he's gonna have that for next fight. Just basically a 5v1 against Impact, and he almost won.
I mean, they got completely split. They eject the jungler.
And he's not even trying to run. He was going into them there.
Yeah, I mean, they hit multiple charms in a row on him. And then he just gets the 2-man flip back, goes all out, goes over the wall. Umpty comes over that dragon wall. You can see Core, APA, and Umpty over the wall are just killing both of them. Yeah. That was pretty well played. Impact pulls them down into that corridor. They're able to go over the wall and finish them off. And now mid lane turret already gone. They're working on the inhib there, and they're going to TP in and try to put the finishing touches on this.
Impact second all-time in LCS assists, now reclaiming the title from Huhi as Team Liquid takes out the mid lane inhib. Umpty does not care that he is the target. He gets the Shattering Strike on 3. Rest of TL rotating over, trying to save their jungler. Wild Growth guarantees it, as now Rich's steadfast presence wants to stop Team Liquid from moving any further forward. Mega Inferno Bomb just out into somewhere in Nebraska. That's not going to matter too much, though, as Team Liquid still just continues kiting back. XU wants to dive, but Yawn immediately turns around to kill Isles. The front line of Team Liquid cannot be broken now, as Rich will be stuck behind enemy lines. A double kill for the Zeri, and Core JJ's looking for more. XU's their next target, and Yawn's running running and gunning, and he's not stopping anytime soon. A triple kill for the Team Liquid AD carry, a 19-3 game, and it looks like Team Liquid wants to go for the throat. Tomo and Dove trying to stay alive here, but man, they're stuck on the steps of the fountain, and even that doesn't feel safe. The Nexus itself barely holding on to life. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Liquid, swift and clean, 3-0. Eliminate Dignitas from playoff.
Dominant series there from TL and an absolute confidence builder going into their match against 100 Thieves. We'll see how they're going to look against them, but this was really clean. And it does feel like TL have kind of settled on, you know what? Our style is playing late game, it's playing scaling, it's playing team fight, and I think that's what they're going to bring next weekend as well.
Yeah, I mean, they were winning early games with scaling champions in these last 2 games, so looking pretty good. And Dignitas, they had, I would say, a good split, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, in the season, they thought they played better than most people thought they would, and they fell short today.
I think the frustrating thing for Dignitas is definitely going to be looking back to game 1. They were in a really good spot in game 1. A few mistakes there cost them big time, and I know that definitely is going to feel like a turning point in the series. Yeah. Game 2, game 3 were all TL, but Dignitas was definitely in with a chance in game 1.
Yeah. Feels bad for Dignitas. Their season ends here. Oh, well, their split ends here.
But they'll be back in summer. And like you guys said, they played better than I think a lot of people were expecting them to throughout the split. Obviously, by the end of this series, you could tell that they were playing more rattled. It seemed like the nerves were getting to them.
Yeah, for sure.
So hopefully, that's one thing that they can work on as a team, just being able to bounce back from situations that can be frustrating and very difficult to play through.
Absolutely. And a lot of young players over on the Dignitas side. You know, I do think some promising players there. Hopefully, they can continue to improve, can bounce back in summer, look to continue going further and further, because as you said, Sven, definitely, I think they were a lot better than people expected.
Yeah, I agree. I think
a lot more competitive.
It just showed how much experience actually matters in playoffs versus best of ones.
Well, we're talking about experience. We got 2 world champions on the side of Team Liquid. But for now, it's time to join Raz and Umpty on stage for an interview.
What's up, everyone, and congratulations to Umpty for winning this series. This was a clear-cut series, your cleanest string of games that you guys have had. What would you like attribute that to? What's the reason behind it?
I cannot say all the reasons, but I just think that I just be more serious about the games a lot, and I think I just trust the course Cole a lot in this game today, and Jan's play too. That is the reason that we win there very clearly. Yeah.
And what would you say is like the takeaways from this series you guys had versus the first place FlyQuest? You guys took them to 5 games. What were some of the biggest takeaways that you guys had to come out into this series?
Okay, that's takeaway. Let's see. First one, we just learned from FlyQuest. We just fight very aggressive, right? So we just learned for funny games to play, and we just bring the game's energy to Dignitas, and it's just working well.
That makes sense. And going into the next series, you guys are now slated to go up against 100 Thieves. I know you had choice words in your interview with the NARAM group, right? And so you had your choice words about defending APA, but at the same time, did you see the River response that came up immediately afterwards? Just for people at home that had the response that River had was like, I don't know why he's so mad. Not only am I going to expletive mid lane, but he's going to go for Jan instead. What's your response?
Response? Should I respond to Nope?
Maybe just a little bit. So going into the next series, of course, it is going to be 100 Thieves. You guys have lost a few games to them, of course, in the regular season. What's your, I guess, goal going into the next series versus 100 Thieves?
Yeah, it can be can kill the River easily, but I will just take care of my babies a lot then. Yeah, if he wants like that.
Sounds good. I appreciate that. Thanks again. You can go and join the team. Congratulations on the win one more time.
Thank you.
I appreciate that, and thank you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, appreciate that, of course. And then we're going to be having a losers interview with XU, if you can come and join us. Once again, I appreciate that, XU, for having the interview, to be able to do the interview with me. Actually, you can come over here. Actually, you know what? No. He's over here. This is perfect. This is perfect. So, a question that I have for you, first of all, I appreciate you taking this interview. What would your, I guess, conclusion and takeaways be from the season that you've had?
Oh, do you want me to hold it? Or?
You can hold it.
All right. I think the biggest thing is that I think for us, it's definitely more important that we take scrims more seriously next split. I think we have a lot of days where we just come in and we kind of just don't really give it our all, or like people are just like 70%, 80%, and like I think we kind of cope and we're like, oh, we're gonna go on stage and play better, but then like you come on stage and your practice shows. So definitely prioritize practice more. And when we're on stage, I think being my rookie split, I was pretty nervous, but I think we made a lot of unforced errors, and they punished us. So
question I have, because every time people would get to see your team kind of on stage, or even just kind of be in the background, you guys, it feels like this was a lot more of a fun split. You've heard it from Tomo. You guys were able to like really connect, and this was your first full season. So personally, how was this season being able to play on the LCS stage felt for you?
I think it was a great learning experience, honestly. I think as the season progressed, I definitely got more comfortable. I think the break kind of hurt my confidence a little bit. I think after the break, I was playing a little shaky, and then going to this week, I was feeling really confident. I think it kind of showed in our play the game one, but obviously, I think our team is relatively young, so when we make mistakes, it kind of gets to our head a little bit. I think game 3, we just made a lot of just insane mistakes. Like I should never gank bot level 3, and like we missed a lot of engage opportunities, and it was just a mess. So.
And one final thing, you guys had a lot of fans in the crowd. There's a lot of people that have been cheering you guys on. We even had an XU corner if you guys are out here with your signs and everything, right in the back. Any message for them out there that were cheering you the entire season?
I mean, that's my family, so shout out to them. Thank you guys for coming and watching me get swept. I appreciate it. Maybe next time you guys don't come and I'll win, so. I'm just kidding. But honestly, thank you everyone who's been supporting us. I think this year, there's been a really good energy to Dignitas, and it's something that's kind of refreshing as someone who's been on the org for a few years. So yeah, next play we'll try to do better. I mean, we definitely will, because this was a pretty disappointing result, but yeah, thank you guys for the support. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, XU. I know you'll come back stronger. I appreciate that, and we're going to be heading straight to the lounge, guys. Thank you again.
Thank you, Raz. Thank you, XU. I am joined by Impact, Jan, and of course, Kobe. Impact and Jan are going to play on Friday because we're having a scheduling change next week. So our first playoff game comes on Friday. Congratulations, guys. Jan, I want to start with you in the bot lane, because bot lane was such a focus for Dignitas, and you guys popped off against FlyQuest. So going into this match, how did you prepare for the way Dignitas usually play around their bot lane?
Well, if you remember the Dignitas match in the regular season, they were just like, I'm coming ball lane. And it's like, man, go away. But this time it was like, we're going to play through our win con, match them, just do whatever we need to do. Because I think we didn't have the best performance. And I don't think that what they did was that great, using that many turns ball lane. So yeah, we just think of them as a very solid team, just standard. So we're going to match it.
What was the pin about? Spawn, your coach, is wearing your face as a pin on his chest the whole time?
It might be so a fan gave us a gift. It was a very big Academy, Teal Academy fan. It might have been from that.
Okay. We thought it was because you played so well in the previous playoff series.
You. No, I think he's just using a pin that he got recently.
Okay.
And then Impact, you popped off today a little bit. I guess, what was your focus going into Rich specifically in Dignitas? Because he's played a lot of weak side play, not necessarily champions, but they haven't been giving him a lot of attention on top side.
So I'm trying the matching that not using ton top side path with scan, because I think how Rich play, he play well 1v1. So they want to make the standard top side and make the happen bot side to get snowball. But that's why I'm trying to give vision more possible to my teammate. So we can play to bot side very simple. If we see top side they're doing Grump or Wolf or doing Golem, we can see the information. So we can play to bot side well. So I'm just trying to focus more for team play than 1v1.
When you took the 1v1 though, the Jax versus Renekton, single auto difference. When you took the 1v1 at the beginning, what was going through your mind?
I thought he trolling because he got chung already 40%, and he tried the all-in, but I realized I kind of make the misplay because I ward there in the second bush. Yeah. So when he dashed to the first bush, I realized, I'm trolling. I should ward that first bush so I can dash into him. So after what I do, I know he's gonna flash Q, so I'm spamming WQ to the ground. hope he flash Q.
Yeah.
And I got it. That's why.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was really good. Did you type anything after that?
Did you say top die in our game?
No, top dead.
Okay,
Enemy
top
top
Okay,
dead.
nice.
Each time you kill, I'm like, did he just say top die or top?
No, I say enemy top dead.
So I actually want to move on the APA thing too. His vow of silence. Was that his choice to take a vow of silence and stop all chatting,
Or was it
did,
you guys?
Did someone tell him to stop?
It was him, I think.
I think it's
I don't
Okay.
think we said anything.
Nice.
He tried to be humble, you know.
And it worked out. You 3-0'd.
Yeah. Just saying good luck, have fun, and don't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only thing. That was the only thing typed in all chat today.
Yeah.
It was just good luck, have fun, the
I typed
usual.
something.
Did you?
I
We
typed
didn't
nice
see it.
CS to the jungler. Because he stood there for like a straight minute, and I just saw him the entire time like, nice CS after he left.
I saw you were thumbs upping him too, right?
Yeah, I was
As he
like-
was sitting there.
Bruh.
Nice. Well, player of the series is Impact.
Me?
Congratulations.
Should be
Yeah.
Yeon.
Huh?
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 I thought Yeon.
Yeah.
Give him the credit.
It's a solo
Yawn,
kill.
yawn.
Okay.
I mean, kind of, but like the first game. Actually, first game is hard to play, but still, why not Yeon? I thought you played. better.
I think Yawn is getting.
It's the solo kills.
I mean, this 1v1, like,
Top cap.
I mean, it's kind of risky, but I just take it. But still, like, top doesn't matter, my opinion. This game kind of matter.
Yeah.
But like third game, first game, my opinion, even Rich played are liquid, you know, side.
Yeah.
You change top, I think I still lose, you know.
I mean, I'm just playing Senna. It's all you.
So that was a moment where you're spamming, right?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
I actually was spamming that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here I call that just type top because I can
Yeah, it's
pop
top
the.
cat.
I mean, I told you this game is. Yeah.
No, it's top cat. Top. All series. Gang top. Gang top. Gang top. Gang top.
What?
Well,
Top is our best
This
role.
one actually, my bad.
Top is our best role.
I mean, no. Bottom mid, better bottom mid. I think every top, no. If jungle matter, mid matter, bottom matter.
Oh, so top is useless.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that's why you got player of the series.
I'm,
Nice, man.
yeah, that's why I got confused.
Yeah.
They should give to bottom because top is useless.
I
This
think
is such a top laner thing, though. I feel like whenever a top laner wins player of the series, this is always their reaction.
Yawn got the real reward though. Coach Pin the entire time.
Pin.
Yeah, Spawn's gonna keep on wearing your face the entire time.
All right, really quick, let's pull up our Samsung SSD Fast 5 for this week. We'll see if you guys are on it. I have no idea.
What is this?
Who is in here? Fastest legendary APA.
Kill? When did I get a CS? 40 kill.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember
Today?
by
Is that
numbers.
from today?
When did I get a 2-minute 40-second kill?
I think it's from
Oh,
today.
Today.
Bot lane dive.
Yeah, you dive at the bottom. You kill Rakan.
T came around on Volibear.
You kill Rakan. No?
That was like 4 minutes. That was like wave 5.
Let me
I
think.
was like wave 5
swear it was earlier.
Then
Really? Am I trolling?
The Senna Nautilus game?
Oh no, yeah, the Senna Nautilus game. We ganked him level. Yeah, okay.
Volibear.
That was
yeah.
earlier.
Yeah. All right, we got it.
Wow, top gap.
How did Corey get number 2? He always buys support item. No, this guy just takes all my CS. Give me. And then I see him miss. I'm like, no.
Well, now you can point to this. You'd be like, dude, you weren't even fastest this week. Stop taking my
That was
CS.
probably a game where he bought a support item.
Wait, how possible Palafox finished the first score 840?
Maybe
It's good.
Yeah.
maybe he went. What's it called? Futures market.
A reminder that Samsung has partnered with Sleeper and Fantasy LCS, and you can earn bonus points each week for drafting your best performers to your team. Congrats to those of you who claimed that reward this week. Plus, use code SSD990PRO LCS through March 29th to get 20% off 990 Pro 1, 2, and 4 terabyte SSDs. It's time to announce the player of the week. Who do you guys think it's going to be? So for the whole week across all playoffs.
What team do you think is
Yeah.
probably gonna get it even?
It's C9 or FlyQuest, right? Since they won.
They're the winners.
I mean, I think Shinar need to see that.
C9, everyone played pretty well, so it's hard to pick like a.
Yeah.
And then I think Jensen, Mosun, like. I don't know. Our series is like back and forth, so it's hard to say. It's probably someone
watch
else.
roller coaster.
Yeah. I didn't actually watch the C9 game that intensely, but I'm guessing one of their solo laners.
Good guess.
We're close.
Good guess.
Jojo?
MasterCard Player of the Week is Fudge.
Oh.
Actually, I think it's pretty much because
Why
you
they
could
kill
tell.
Top lane's OP.
Yeah,
What the heck?
there you go. In the 100 Thieves match, they did basically blind Aatrox twice, and Fudge had answers for that, including the TF top. So it was cool to see.
And you guys are going to be facing 100 Thieves next. Impact, you know, you're going against Sniper, of course. One of the biggest things in this series was Fudge having a lot of advantages over Sniper, a lot of these counter picks, playing the aggressive matchups into his Aatrox. How have you felt about Sniper?
Oh, I think he's consistently, and he's not consistently, like he's not play safe, but it's good to like, I think it's good to play, he's have good advantage about doing 1v1, but I think his problem doesn't counting like enemy jungle, where when enemy have a turn, like try bite, because he always die in the side easily, and like top situation, he getting ganked so easy too, so I think I was looking for that. I mean, I'm just saying jungle gap, you know?
I kind of want to do something too, since the Cloud9 bottom lane actually said you guys, Jan, you and Core JJ were the best bottom lane in the LCS. And Vulcan was one of the people who said it, and he's a bottom laner. So that says a lot. How would you rank the 100 Thieves bottom lane? If you guys are S tier.
Hard to say. It's so hard because every ball lane is very similar in a sense. I'm not sure, like middle of the pack, I guess. It's very hard to say because everyone's very inconsistent these days.
Yeah, bottom lane's really hard.
Yeah, bot lane in general is kind of in a weird spot. As we look at the upcoming schedule, another reminder, these guys, as you just heard, take on 100 Thieves on Friday, and then C9 take FlyQuest Saturday. As we take a final look, they're going to keep flashing that. We start on Friday. At the bracket, as it stands, Dignitas eliminated today. Quick 3-0 by TL, who are taking on 100 Thieves. And then on the top of the bracket, FlyQuest versus C9. Any final words for 100 Thieves, your future opponents? Just jungle gap?
Bill, Ayla, one of us is going out.
Your former bot lane partner.
I gotta do it again, just like last year.
There we go.
We knocked EG out.
Oh, really?
For fourth place.
I see.
What about predicting Cloud9 FlyQuest? Who's winning that one?
Cloud9 FlyQuest.
Yeah. Are Cloud9 back?
Both teams are pretty decent. I'm gonna give it a quick 3-0 for either team.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. So you think like mental advantage, whoever wins game one just takes it?
I think 3-0, quick 3-0 for any team.
C9 3-1.
C9.
All right. We'll see what Kobe and I think next week. We'll be back next Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific for 100 versus TL. Thank you so much to Impact and Jan for joining us today. And now let's send it over to LCS Challengers. Woo!
Yeah, I'm TP early. Where we are going? I'm ulting. Okay. Tallia. We can go forward. Tallia's dead. Can we go forward? Yeah, we can. I can still go forward. Yeah, go forward. I can still go forward. Go forward. Gonna slow. No. End game. Fighting. They have a one tempo. How is 1v1? 1-1. I think we win. Copy. Nice! Good job. Not done. Yeah. I'm here. Yeah, out of the flash. Go. Watch Tallas, okay? Yeah. Out of the flash. I'm knocking slowly. Back to Q. Watch Silas. Can we go Silas? Tallas the flash. I got flash. Out of the flash. I got Bears. Go. Source. Begin. Yeah, I can go forward. Okay. Yeah. Battle. Nice. Good job.
Team Liquid, 21-8, 11,000 gold ahead. Only 25. Impact is coming in with the ghost. Isles is low. Poor JJ flashes to pop him. Jan shoots the zap through the wall, and Impact is still in hot pursuit. Tomo and XU still trying to get the distance, but no, Jan with the execution. And it looks like Team Liquid wants to go for the throw.
Turns first. Turn first.
I'm already happy.
Focusing on ending. Play it, everybody.
Good job, guys. You guys played great this game. Very aggressive.
Very good.
Very happy.
GG.